Today I get to say her name. Her name is Ashlee Shingoose, and we are blessed to be her parents. When Ashlee was missing, I went to Winnipeg myself and combined the streets looking for her. Sometimes my legs and feet could not take any more steps, so I would have no choice but to call a cab to return me to the bed I was privileged to use. Although my wife wanted to join me in this church, she could not leave our children, grandchildren. So we had to make the decision for me to go out on my own. When my daughter Ashlee went missing, I searched for her for months. We was desperate. I was asking questions, going places, talking to people, doing anything I could to find her. It felt like nobody was listening to me. We knew something terrible had happened. We felt it in our hearts, that feeling. When words came around of the first unidentified victim being named Buffalo Woman, I felt deeply in my heart that had to be Ashlee. People came forward like the last person who reported seeing her alive. Their own country saying they saw her wearing that same jacket. These were first-hand accounts. Still, it felt like no one heard us. No one acted. And for the longest time, Ashlee remained undivided while we were out here screaming into silence.
Our children and grandchildren constantly asking when will Ashlee get home? Where is she? What are we going to do? All I can say is I don't know. Saying those words over and over again every day felt into the feeling of helplessness, pain, frustration, and anger that already overwhelmed us. The worst part was when my granddaughter Dana, Ashlee's daughter, died before we even knew for sure that Ashlee had been murdered. She froze to death and we don't know what the details are. What we don't know is that she missed her mother so much. When we finally got confirmation that Buffalo Woman was Ashlee, it was like time stopped. My grandson quit. Ashlee's son completely shut down. He barely talks now. He locks himself in his room. Now he grows up with this enormous pain, and I carry it as well, so I am emotionally unable to provide the stable supports I wish he had.
She left our home alone. She was doing her best to keep her dreams and goals in mind, even when she sits back and challenges. She knew she had a right to live and she was doing what she could. I believe in her and that she would have made it. She had a beautiful life I had that would have been as beautiful as she was. But her life was stolen. I wish I had the words to say something to that person. We were left in the dark, left in grief, in peace. And now, even after all this, we still don't know where the landfill will be searched for her remains. It feels like her life and our lives just didn't matter to people. That's a pain I do not wish on anyone. And I have to live with it every single day. We are swimming in this pain. Sometimes it feels like drowning. Live with this kind of pain is not really real living. The emotions are a constant storm of grief, pain, heartbreaking. I live in a world without trust, without safety, and sometimes even without love. Losing my daughter is a pain of its own, and that's knowing where she was or what happened to her. Then it became the not knowing if will find her body, almost the disregard of society. Not knowing if we ever bring her home, if we will ever have closure, if this nightmare will never end when our daughter's life was taken. My life was taken too. I feel thankful and relief that I finally get to say some of these things I need to say. This pain is forever, and without truth and justice, I know it will remain unsolved. When I want and what I need is for my daughter to be honored, her story and knowledge, and for no other family to be left in the dark the way mine has been. My dear Ashlee, my baby Ashlee, she brought a lot of loving, she brought a lot of caring to people, for people to understand what she did. She brought her family closer together to love, caring. And that's what she wanted.